Hello everyone, this is class 18 of Kerala PSC HSA English. Today, let's see the poem A Telephone Conversation written by Wole Soyinka, the Nigerian writer. The poem was published in 1963 in the collection Modern Poetry from Africa. It is a lyric poem written in free verse. It is in the form of a dialogue between a black man and a white woman, and it follows a question answer pattern. The poem satirizes racism. The poem describes a phone call between a landlady and the speaker, who is black. He wants to rent a room or an apartment, and the lady appears to be pleasant at first, asking all the whereabouts about the man. And when she learns that the speaker is African, especially a black man, then she wants to know how light or dark his skin complexion is. So the lady is asking the shade of his color, his skin color. So in response, he cleverly mocks at her prejudice, demonstrating that characterizing people by skin color actually diminishes their humanity. The price seemed reasonable. So it tells about the ad of the room for rent. And the black man was looking for a room with a reasonable price in the advertisements. And he makes a call to the lady of the property and discusses about the location. And the main thing which was remaining was of self confession, because he wanted to assure that or confirm that if the room is truly available for a black man. So here we can realize that the man is aware of the double standards. Maybe he have some bitter experiences in the past. He may have contacted some other persons for a room and approached. So they may have refused him as he is a black man. So he wanted to confirm that this lady is not like them, or that means whether she's ready to give the room for him. So he tells her, I am African. So there is a silence. So that silence tells everything. That there is a dislike in her or disapproval for black people in her. So the poet says that the lady is like the so called white people of good breeding. They are very educated, and you know, uh, they present themselves as very decent, but there will be that prejudice in them, and they will not speak it out. They will not speak against black people, but they will have that consciousness, that racial prejudice in them towards the black people. So the white landlady is not a difference. She is just like other white people who talk against black people, and he imagines a picture of the lady. So here comes an imagery. Lips must be painted red with lipstick, and she must be smoking and using a gold tinted cigarette lighter. So after that silence, there a question comes: how dark? Are you light or very dark? So she does not use the taboo word black. She asks for different shades. It's an indirect question. She asks questions on the degree of darkness, how light it is or how dark it is. So uh, it's like a humiliation for the man. So it's like asking to make a choice, asking for something for an option, So he wonders whether he want to press button A or button B in the telephone dial pad, much like he would do to choose a language over an automated call. So he realizes that the white lady is a hypocrite. She appears to be very, um, she appears to hide her racial discrimination in public, but in private, they ask these kind of questions. So it brings a lot of anger in man, and he sees red in his eyes. The telephone booth, the pillars, a bus passing by all appear red to him. So that shows the anger of the black man. But the man decides not to show her anger towards the lady and be polite. But still, even the question was gentler. That itself was a humiliating experience or an oppressing thing for the man. And he compares it with the double decker omnibus squelching the black tar on the road. And that omnibus symbolizes the white people, and the black tar symbolizes the black people. So again, question comes from her side: Are you dark or very light? You mean like plain or milk chocolate? So then the black man replies that he is a West African sepia. So he is not using the word black, but telling in an indirect manner. So he himself hesitates to declare himself that he is a black man, but he is ready to confess that he is an African. So he brings the terminology used in his passport as evidence and support. So this shows that he is also not ready to accept that he is black. So when the black man says that he is not completely black, the landlady willingly calls brunette as black, because both of them don't want to use the word black. And then the man tries to explain that his palms and the sole of his feet are not black. But the landlady is not at all interested to listen to him, because at the time when she heard that he is an African, she just want to hang up the phone. And then he tells that because of sitting for a long time, there is a blackness on his backside, and he even is ready to come up with a reason for his black ears. So this shows that he is so much desperate to get a room for rent, because of his black complexion, no one is ready to give him room. So he is made to apologize for being black. So he somehow wanted a room, and he himself knew that his black color is a problem, and he is forced to endure the shame of his color. So at the end of the poem, we can realize that the lady has confirmed that the man is a black man, and she hangs the telephone. So it indicates that she is not ready to proceed with the renting process. She don't want to do business with a black person. And the black man confesses that he is an African, and he tells he is not completely black. And as a last resort, Now he wants another chance. He wants to meet the lady in person for taking a decision. But the landlady refuses any further dealing with the man once she confirms that he was black. So the poem discusses about the racial discrimination, the double standards, and hypocritical nature of people.